Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just finishing up recording a patch on my modular system. I'm going to go ahead and break down that patch that I just recorded that you guys just heard. So it's my 3 modular system. So there's a lot going on, and I'm not going to go into like every single detail because that would take me forever. But I am going to break down the main oscillators that I use, the sequencer, and some of the modulation and effect sources that my oscillators are running through. So I'm going to start with the voices. So the oscillators that I used on bass is the verbose complex oscillator, which is actually running through the verbose filter and into the performance mixer. Then I have the piano sound that you're hearing is the noise engineering Manus, and that's going into the Eventide Eurorack delay module. And that's actually going directly out into the Neve OPX 1073 preamp that I have connected to my Apollo 16 and going into my computer. And then I also have another voice for the background texture sounds, which is the Acme's Castle going into Rings. And then that is going into QPass, which is then going in to the Modbat modular performer module, which is being triggered by an LFO. So instead of me having to press and trigger the effects, it's just being triggered automatically, which I love to do all the time. Then I have my drums. So my drums are coming from 2 sources. The Erica Synth sample drum is the bass, and the snare is coming from the Pico drums, the Erica Synth Pico drums. So they're like both sample based drums. And then my other drum is the closed hat from the Endorphins Black Noir. So those are the bass drum, and the snare drum are actually going directly out into the preamp as well, to just make them sound better as they get recorded. And my other sounds, I'm just using some texture sounds with the Verbose, with the Verbose foundation oscillator, and that is going through the Verbose bark filter. So a lot of the effects that I'm using are delays and reverbs, and I guess rings I'm using as an effect for this track. And my sequencer for this track is the Endorphins Ground Control. So you can see my little nest that I made so I can get my hands in there. All the drums and all the voices are running through that. I'm sending the clock out to various sources as well. So as you can see, I can play notes as this is going, and I can mute things as I want to as the track plays and records as well. So this is my favorite sequencer, probably because it's got the keyboard, it's so easy to mute, and it's just really fun to play with. So sequencing with that, recording in with the WMD performance mixer, using that preamp to record some things through, and then the D-sub connection to record everything else through, and that goes directly into the Apollo X-16 and into the DAW. So if you have any questions, ask. I love to talk about it. Bye!